I want to welcome everyone here. Thank you for tuning in for Devos here today. And today, I want to talk 2 days on the subject matter of endurance. Now, we have been talking a lot about faith. And I want to let you know that actually faith is a very deep subject. It really is. So you just can't get enough of this subject for your daily living. You know, I find as a pastor that I would say we're talking like 85 to 90% of all people do not get out of life that which God wants them to have. Did you know at the beginning of the year, at least 85% of all people who make goals just for the next 12 months, they quit? That's why the gyms do so well. They make most of their money on the people they sell their gym memberships to that never use the gym membership or only use it a few times. So I don't want that to be you. So this is what I want to do. I want to talk to you about endurance. And today I want to talk about not just achieving, but receiving. First you achieve and then you receive. Okay, so let's go here to Hebrews chapter 6. Okay, down here at verse 10, it says, God is not unjust. He will not forget your work and the love that you have shown him as you helped others, his people, and continue to help them. Now, notice what the passage is saying. God wants you just to continue on and to continue on doing the good things that you are doing. He says if you keep continuing being a good person and loving people and helping his people, did you know that when you help God's people, when you help God's church, that it blesses your own life? You know, I want to thank many of you. We've had this food drive going on, and Pastor Ron has been, him and the elders, been working really hard at this. They have been feeding hundreds and hundreds of families, and some of these people have contacted me personally and told me they had no food left in their house. And many of you have been very, very generous, and we appreciate that. God will not forget the acts of love in which you have showed. Okay, I want you to imagine, here's a college student, and he's in college, and he goes to the academic office, and he says, I was thinking that maybe you could go ahead and give me my degree right now. Like, I don't want to wait to the end of the semester. I would like that at the beginning of the semester. That's not going to fly, is it? We hired somebody this past week to mow grass for us. So I brought him up one day, and he worked at a normal college wage for mowing grass. Then he came to me, and he said, I was thinking that maybe the church should be paying me like $27 an hour cash. Of course, I laughed at him. I said, it'll be over my dead body. Oh, well, but again, people work at jobs, and they think, well, why can't I get the raise now? If you give me the raise now, or if you give me my bonus now, that would encourage me and challenge me to want to work harder. You see, you first have to achieve and then you receive. Okay, we live in a world where our children are raised up. You know, everybody gets a trophy in grade school. I remember a parent coming after us at our car derby, and he was really mad because his child didn't win anything. But he wanted to know why he wasn't going home with some sort of reward. I mean, this is the world we live in. But listen, first you achieve and then you receive. We don't want to be living a life of saying, what is the least I can do, but what is the most I can do? Let's go on down here in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 11 and 12. It says, I want each of you to show the same diligence to the very end. Like, don't quit, don't stop. So that what you hope for may be fully realized. He says, I want you to make it to the end. I want you to be blessed. I want you to receive of God. Then he says, we do not want you to become lazy. That's a real problem, isn't it? But to imitate those through faith and patience, inherit what has been promised. He says there's many people that receive exactly what God promises. He goes, we want you to be like those people. Listen, if we conquer by continuing. Don't forget, slow and steady, that is what wins the race.